Hi guys, this is Captain Duncan McCann. Today we'll be covering modes and matchmaking. I apologize for not being on last week, but I had a slight cold, so that kind of made my job here impossible. Alright, on to matchmaking. Squads, fire teams, and buddies. These are the fundamental building blocks of matchmaking. That is, if you are playing with friends. Buddies are just a general term for all concepts of teams or squads. Squads comes from battlefield. It's the integration of 5 people playing together in a squad. In some cases, you can create your own squad with friends, but generally, a squad is put together randomly by the game. You can also choose to join a specific squad, but only if that squad is not designated as a private squad. Fire teams comes from Medal of Honor Warfighter. A fire team is 2 people only. Generally, fire teams are randomly generated, though you can choose to be paired with someone specific. If there are not enough players at any given time, you might be in a fire team by yourself, which means you cannot have benefits associated with being a 2-man team. This means you don't regenerate health, and eventually you will run out of ammunition for your primary weapon. Now guys, as you probably noticed in the background, that is, if you haven't been hiding under a ruined stone building in a long time, then I'm playing in the background Battlefield 1. Yes, I have the game. I was involved in the open beta test. I really enjoyed it. I'm still liking the game to some extent. I don't really like the assault class, but as you can see, I'm playing the medic, which is a lot of fun. That M1916 marksman rifle is excellent. Love that rifle. And the matchmaking in the game is admittedly somewhat broken, but you've already heard that from most of the commentators, so I will not belabor that point. On to modes. The kind I like, and the kinds I don't. I do like objective-based game modes. However, sometimes it just turns into plain insanity because the enemy team has totally shut the door on you, and you can't turn the game around. I prefer close matches in terms of score, but sometimes in the objective game modes, the enemy pulls so far ahead that the scores have such a wide split that there is not enough time in the match to close the gap, even if you could. I do also prefer general game modes, such as a general slaughter mode, like Team Deathmatch. I also like game modes that simulate situations in which a soldier might actually find himself. I don't like instant death modes, where once you die, you don't get to respawn until the next round or even the next match. It does simulate real combat very well, but it isn't entertaining. And while I like realism, this is a game we are playing here. In conclusion, modes in matchmaking are very important as to what a player decides to do. What match you want to play, the people with whom you want to play, and what mode particularly interests you, what your interests are, whether objective or something really simple like Team Deathmatch. My ideas for improving modes would include a game mode in which you take an objective, you would get a bonus of a special weapon to help you take the next objective. This special weapon should be a fixed position weapon, which allows you to take the next objective using the special weapon as support. Successful completion of each objective would yield another special weapon, a chain of objectives. These weapons should be available to the defenders, who can use them against you, your team. So you have to be careful. Sabotage will be an option for either side, as well as the ability to repair the damage, and even the ability to recapture the position in that level of the objective mode. This provides a certain balance to the gameplay. Comments and suggestions of viewers on this subject would be welcome, and could be the topic of a future video.
Return to the combat area.
If you have any questions or comments about these subjects, please leave them in the comments below. Please make sure your comments are polite and respectful of others. Constructive discussion, in which there are differences of opinion, is great and beneficial to the gaming community. But contempt for others is not edifying to anyone. And be nice to your poor host as well. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Until next week, this is Captain Duncan McHammond. Hold the line. Be strong and courageous.